Hello everyone, welcome to Ilian in the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Samuel. Samuel is from Holland, but he lives in Bulgaria. So let's see what Samuel has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello
Nice.
Samuel, how are you?
I'm good. Could be better. Just a little bit cold here, but that's okay.
So tell me, what has been the highlight of your weekend so far?
The highlight of my weekend has been that I have got a little bit of a bigger following on my social media platforms because I've been making more and more videos over time. I've now been really putting my time into it, and I've been getting more views, but it could be better. Of course, it can always be better, but I'm not striving towards like big and high numbers, just like a comfortable community.
Tell me where you're from, Samuel.
I now live in Bulgaria, but originally I'm from Holland, up north, and I moved here around 3 years ago. Yeah, around 3 to 4 years ago. So that now I'm living here in Bulgaria.
And why the change from the Netherlands, the Holland to Bulgaria?
Because the prices in Holland were rising a lot, and we couldn't live there like really comfortable anymore. And also, the people were all, how do I say it? Normally, we're really grim, really like always like sort of, and oh, I don't know you, I don't like you. But here in Bulgaria, they're more open, they're friendlier. You can just knock on the door and ask, do you have some food or water? And they'll say, yes, please come in, have some food, some water. And you can really connect with the people also here in the village.
And where's about in Bulgaria are you based?
I'm now from 40 kilometers from Varna. It's the seacoast city. But for Bulgarians, 40 kilometers isn't that big of a drive because everything is far away from each other.
Uh-huh.
So that's really cool.
And did you move there with your family?
Yeah, with my stepfather, my mother, and my little sister.
That's amazing. Oh, wow. You know what? I've been to Holland 100 times. I love the Netherlands. I have a very good friend of mine. He lives in Eindhoven. So
Mhm.
I've been so many times in Eindhoven, in Amsterdam, and some place around near Eindhoven. So yeah, I love there.
That's nice.
Amazing. And what do you do for work, for living? Are you studying? What are you doing right now?
I'm now part in school and also part working, but because now it's winter, because it's construction, we can't do a lot. So now we're just mostly sitting at home, taking it a little bit easy, and probably next week or something, my boss will return from England, and then we'll be working again. And I've now been getting online lessons because of the snow, and there's like a little sickness going around in the school, so they just said, okay, online lessons. But yeah, that's it mostly.
And what are you studying right now?
Right now I'm studying agriculture.
Okay.
Yeah, here in Bulgaria, you only need to go to school till 10th grade. And then you can do 11th and 12th, but that's only for your professional agricultural things. So you don't need to, but I am doing it.
Amazing. And how about the language? Did you speak Bulgarian before, or are you learning living?
No, I'm now still learning it because you don't just learn a language in a year. I'm good at it. But of course, some words need to be added to my vocabulary to have it good.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, it's going good.
Amazing. Okay, Samuel, let's start the interview talking about, your videos on TikTok. Of course, we got connected through social media. Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
checking your profile, you're playing some guitar. So tell me a little bit more about your idea behind your page.
The main idea behind my page is just to make people like put a smile on their face. For me, it's not more like, oh, I need to get more views so I can get money out of this. No, for me, it's mostly like I want to have put a smile on people's faces because happiness for me is more important than money. So that's the main thing I'm focusing on. And I've now already gotten offers from a person I know,
Mhm.
MP Custom Guitars or something, and he said, when you're really big, I'll make you a custom guitar, And at first I thought he was joking, but he wasn't actually joking, and that's really nice. And there's also been other people that's been texting me, and it's really cool.
So you music always been part of your life. You always played guitar.
No. Actually, this is my no,
Amazing.
I haven't been playing guitar my whole life. I've been doing it from 5th of December last year. It's been getting better and better, but at first I was playing the drums.
Okay.
From when I was 8 till I was, I think, 12. So for 4 years I was playing the drums, and that was also really cool. And then later I switched now to guitar.
Amazing. Okay, so during the interview, I'm going to explore a bit more about your life and also about your journey, okay?
Sure.
But before we start our journey within the Magic Box, would you like to tell me something interesting about yourself, or maybe something that not many people know about you?
Sure. Hmm. Something many people don't know about me is that sometimes I can really close myself in, and that I just want to be alone all the time. And sometimes it was a problem because the people around me would get affected by it, that I was just not talking to anyone, that I was closing myself off from everyone. I just wanted to lay down and everything. And I sometimes still have it, but I am getting over it now. But that's one of the things people don't know about me, because always at school I'm a really outgoing person, really like a sort of the class clown.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have it also at school, and then people are asking like, "Oh, what happened?" And then I don't want to explain it, so I just say, "Oh, it's nothing." But yeah, that's one of the things people don't know about it.
Amazing. I like your point. I think sometimes it's great to spend time with ourselves until we kind of sort out whatever is happening with us. However, sometimes with the right people, it's good to talk a little bit, to open up. You take this heavy feeling, something's happening away from your shoulders. And I think it's amazing. I think talking, I know sometimes it's very difficult. We don't want to share some sad moments or difficult or challenge, but sometimes with the right person, it feels great to talk a little bit and just to put away a little bit our, this heavy feeling.
Exactly. Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, sometimes, but I understand. Sometimes it's great to be on our. I love my own company as well, and sometimes, it's great for you to reflect a little bit about, your feelings, what's happening to you. It's not wrong with that. I think it's great as well. But time to time, it's good to open up with the right person and have a honest chat. And sometimes you think, oh, maybe this person not gonna help me. Actually, we never know. Maybe just talking already help you, and just listen to us. It's a big help already sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing. Samuel, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through memories in life and share your point of views?
Sure.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. Of random questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play a song just first to relax before the first question, okay?
Sure.
Let's do it. Yes, you can always dance with me. Amazing. So before we start the interview, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about, don't want to answer, always can change, take another one, okay?
Yes.
First question is, what has been the happiest day in your life so far and why?
The happiest day in my life has probably been the day I started really getting myself into how do you say it? Into like exploring my options more. At first, I was really close-minded, and I always just wanted to stay in my shell and just stay a little kid, because I was looking at it with a dark perspective because of things that happened to me, and I always thought that everyone had it out for me. And when I just started looking at it at a different way, from a different perspective,
Yep.
it just made me happier in that moment, and from that day on, it made my life better.
And saying that, do you think happiness is a choice?
Oh, that's a really good question. I do think it is a choice. No, I do think it is a choice, because you can choose to make yourself sad and make yourself depressed, because I've been there before. It's also it's both. It's a choice and it's not a choice, because you can also, you want to be happy, but there's nothing that can make you happy, and then you don't get happy from it. So my answer is yes and no. There's not a clear answer.
I get your point. I think not all of us, we try to be happy. I think all of us, we aim to be happy. I think it's a great feeling. However, sometimes it's just not there. Sometimes for different
Yes.
circumstances, it's not like that. And it's okay as well. It's not wrong with that. But I understand that all of us, we thrive to be happy all the time or most of the time. It's a natural thing. Amazing.
Yes, that is true.
Next question. Let's do it. Okay, Samuel from Bulgaria. Next question is, oh, by the way, how old are you, Samuel?
I turned 18 last 5th of December. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Just one check, because some questions, maybe, you're too young, but it's okay.
Oh, yeah, no.
So next question is, what makes you most uncomfortable about dating?
About dating. Ooh, the most uncomfortable thing about dating. Oh, that's a good question. Probably is that you never know what they're going to do. You never know with who they're gonna talk with. Like, let's say it's a long distance relationship. You never
Mhm.
know with who they're going to be, with what they're going to do. So I guess not knowing what they're gonna do.
And for you, when you want to connect with someone in a romantic way, when you want to connect, in a dating side, tell me what's something about the other person that for you gets your attention straight away. You go like, that's a big plus for me.
Um, I guess just like beautiful brown eyes, like brown hair, like just just a brunette, and like just also someone that has a great personality, that
I,
that likes to do fun stuff, not always inside, but also that can like just be comfortable and just lay down for a whole day, but also go outside.
I see. Saying that, Samuel, when you think about yourself, when you analyze yourself, what's the biggest joy of being you? What do you like the most about being Samuel?
That's a good question. Probably it is that um I'm really athletic, so I can go for a 10-mile run, and after that, after I just not be tired. Well, be tired, but not very tired, and then also going to the gym or working. But yeah, but yeah, yeah, mostly being athletic. That's one of the things. I've been now training now for a solid 9 years. Since I was 8, I was in my room doing push-ups and little dumbbells, and I've just been getting better and better and hitting new records and everything. So yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, I think being active, involved in sports is the best thing to do. I think it's amazing. Clear your mind, you feel the
Yes.
greatest. I think it's a great place to be, for sure. Next question. Let's do it. Samuel, before the next question, as you mentioned, already that you enjoy living in Bulgaria. That's a place where, you've been there for 3 years. But when you think about Holland, what do you miss the most about your country?
The most I miss is my friends, and I really miss one of my best friend. We have known each other now for like 10 years.
Wow.
No, like 10, 11 years, and we are really like he's like a brother from another mother.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
you know your best friend for 10 years, and he's back in Netherlands, in
In
Holland.
yes, in Holland, yes.
I see. Okay, so your best friend is watching this interview right now, and you have a moment, an opportunity to send him a message. What would you say? He's watching. You can say in Dutch if you'd like to, and after you can say in English.
No, I'll say it in English. He'll understand it. Yeah, I'm really grateful for him. Well, yeah, and I really love it that that we can like have 6 months of not talking to each other, and then we talk again, and then it's like we never stop talking, and I really love it. And whenever I'm in Holland, that I can just stay over at his place, and I really love it that he's my friend.
Wow. Saying that, what's the biggest difference between you and him and the biggest similarity?
The biggest the biggest difference between us is the, our bodies literally, and like skin, weight, height, everything. He's more of the on the little bit of the bigger size. I'm not saying he's fat because he's not. He's really been going to the gym also. He has like I think now he cut it, but he has like a buzz cut and I have like the big hair. And yeah, he does. And the biggest similarity between us is that we both do judo.
Wow, amazing.
We both do it. Yeah. No, I stopped a few years back because I moved here and I trying to find it here, but it's really hard to find it here. I don't know why. But that is the biggest similarity between us.
I see. And since you've been living in Bulgaria, tell me, what's the difference, the biggest difference between the Bulgarian culture with the Dutch culture, and what do you think there is any similarity between both cultures or not?
The biggest difference is that Bulgarians are like living like really close to each other. Like the family usually they live like 500 meters from all of everyone lives like 500 meters from each other.
Right.
So the whole family is like it's like in the whole community, most of them are family to each other. And in Holland, you don't have that. In Holland, my grandpa used to actually live next to me,
Uh-huh.
and my grandma used to live also pretty close. But the other family members, some of them live like 50 kilometers away, 70, 80. So yeah, that's one of the biggest differences. But the biggest similarity is that they are well connected to each other. They do know what's going on in the family, how it's going, the problems and everything, and how to help each other.
Amazing. Very good. Next question is, if you could spend the entire day with a family member, who that would be and why?
Ooh, that would I would probably choose my big sister that lives in Holland because I do miss her. She's a really fun person to be around. Yeah, last time I was in Holland, I slept over at her place for a few nights, and it was really fun. And it's always just fun to be with her. And then we also go to her dad, and yeah, it's really fun.
And so far, what has been the most meaningful lesson you've learned from her?
Um, to not judge yourself on how you look,
Good.
to not think like, oh, but people won't like this and won't like that about you. Just be yourself and people will love you.
Trust, I love that. I love that, Samuel, and it makes so sense. I think when you are yourself, the wrong people leave and the right people will come. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly. Yeah.
And sometimes I understand, sometimes we feel insecure because we want to fit some tribes, we want to be maybe connect with the cool people. But sometimes if you are yourself, trust me, the right people gonna spot you and they're gonna connect with us. So I think that's the
Yeah.
best way to be. There's no other way, for sure. Next question. Let's do it.
Cool.
Do you like dancing?
I used to go to dancing school, yeah, but
Uh-huh.
then it got closed down for some reasons. I forgot why, but I loved dancing. Yeah.
Amazing. Next question for you is, if you could make up a new school subject, what that would be and why?
Ooh, a new school subject. Um, I would do a new one that's about mental health and how other people can talk about their feelings and how to make sure that you are happy and that you're not always like in your shell. So a subject would be mental health. yeah, to add that in schools, because a lot of kids in school, me myself included, are depressed because of school, but not only school, also in maybe family problems, relationship problems, other problems. And a few of my friends suffered with it, and I helped them through it, and yeah, crying and everything. And it's really powerful to just cry with a friend, and it really helps you also. And yeah, that's just a big subject in the schools that
Wow,
needs to be added actually.
that's a great point. And do you cry easily?
Um, well, it depends from what happens. Let's say a family member dies. Well, then of course, yes, I would. Uh, but in general, I don't cry easily. But like at night, and I remember things that happened, then I do cry. But not like really, really big. Just like a subtle tear comes to my eye like that.
And saying that, what would be the title of your memoir? I know you are very young. I know you're very young. You know, you have, a long life ahead. But so far, if you could, from 18-year-old, since you became turned 18, if you could
Yeah.
like write a memoir from now, what would be the title of it?
Ooh, the title for it, how to fix mistakes. Let's say like that. Like I've even though I'm only 18, I'm not that old. I've done a lot of stupid things. I've done a lot of stupid things. I've done a lot of stupid things, and I wish I could take a lot of them back, but of course you can't. So how to fix mistakes?
I like that. And actually, it's normal, Samuel. I think it's you are learning about life. It's life talking to you. I think when we make mistakes, when we do right things, it's just life talking to us and challenging us to see how we're going to deal with that, how we're going to, approach the situation. And those mistakes, they are so necessary, trust me, because when you get older, you go like, I'm glad I had that mistake as a young age because you're gonna feel prepared for the future, you know what I mean? And you're gonna be so thankful for those mistakes. I know it's not easy to go through them sometimes. However, they are necessary. Just don't repeat them. Yeah. And even if
Yeah,
repeating
yeah.
them,
Don't repeat them. Like you make them once, so you know that that's a mistake, and then you don't repeat it again.
and if you do as well, don't be hard on yourself. You are just living life. And some mistakes you can do it
Exactly.
again. It's not wrong. But I think just life talking to us to challenge us. And trust me, they are necessary. If you don't do mistakes, you don't learn anything. It's the only way to learn sometimes.
Yeah, I agree.
Amazing. 3 questions left. Let's do it. Right. Before the next question, you've watched your videos. I could see that you have this great vibe. You are very positive. You have this nice approach about life. Um, Tell me for you, what this, connection with music, that playing the guitar, that somehow sparkles this, this nice vibe that you have.
Yeah, my connection to music is really on an emotional level because usually when I went through a lot of hard times, I just put my music on to calm myself down. But also with music, I could really reflect on myself and the mistakes and what could have done different. And then I used to write them down and like a page. Oh, don't do this. What to do, and that. But unfortunately I lost it. But it's okay. I have the most of them still in my head. But music is really a big part of my life, and I would say it really helped me going through hard times.
I see. Tell me 3 names of 3 artists in the music industry that you always be inspired by.
Oh, that's a good one. One of them is well, it's a band. It's from Linkin Park. I really love them. I've been listening to a lot of them, um, and they're just also really inspirational because they have like hard songs. They go like really loud and like ah, but they also have sad songs and
Yeah.
like motivational and just calm songs. They're like a big variety of songs. Yeah. And then I would probably also choose Radiohead
Okay.
because of also their variety of songs. Most of them is like a little bit downplay and like calming, but also not, it also likes emotional music. You can also get emotional from it, and that's also why I like Radiohead because yeah, it's Radiohead, and also Tame Impala. No, it's not they, it's a he actually. He makes all of it himself. He does every instrument himself.
Wow.
He makes not that much of music, but he's been doing it for a really long time, so he does have a lot of music. But because of course he does it himself, he's the guitarist, the drum player, the producer, the bassist, the player. Um, it takes a longer time for him to release an album, but when he does, it's beautiful.
Okay, so now the question is gonna be a bit tougher now. One day you're gonna wake up in the morning having three missed calls on your phone from those three you just mentioned right now. Yeah? Which one you gonna call back straight away? Which one you gonna send a message? I call you back later. And the third one, you don't call back, you don't send a message, just ignore them for now.
Okay, I would first call back Linkin Park, 100%. I've known them since I was a kid.
Uh-huh.
Um, and I just really love them. And I would call them straight away. I was like, "Whoa, Linkin Park!" Yeah, I'm immediately calling back. Hi, how are you doing? I love your music. And I would probably after that text Tame Impala because like yeah, I'll call you back later. But Linkin Park is here, and you know they're really good. So yeah, I would text Tame Impala, and I would leave Radiohead alone. I'll like maybe sometime do it, but I would leave them like over there.
For now, just for now.
Yeah.
Next question for you is good question. If you could stay any age for the rest of your life, what age would that be and why?
Ooh. I'll probably let's say even though I'm 18, I'm not that old yet. I will probably choose for me like let's say in my 20s, almost maybe starting 30. So let's say 25, 26, maybe 27. Because that's like a lot of people say like, oh, that's like a really good age in your life. Like you're young, you can do a lot of things. Let's say you can get a car, you can get a bike, you can like go out a lot. But I would also would want to be like this I have a second option, and that's like older. That's like in my 70s because they are old and wise and they know life and they've been through life, and then in my like then you're wise and you can just go out, live somewhere out in the outback and just sit and relax.
Wow. And when you think about your childhood, tell me one memory that for you, you go like, oh my God, that's childhood memories I'll always remember. There was a point in your life as a child that you remember that you hold close to your heart?
um yeah, it was when I went now here to Bulgaria. It was like at first I was really scared of all the people, of what would happen, and I was like 13, 14. Yeah, like let's say 14. And I met like I met all these new people and amazing people, and then like the first day I came in the class, they were all so open, and I always hold that dear to my heart. That they were just so inviting.
And for you, of course, you're very young, but for you at school, how did you manage the language? Like, did you speak a little bit before, or for you was completely everything new for you about the language?
It was all completely new. I didn't speak a single Bulgarian word, but there were people that spoke English. So that was one of the main factors that was good, because then I could communicate with people. And there's actually another guy here in my village, actually, and he is from Egypt. His
Okay.
parents are Egyptian and Norwegian, and he also came in the same class as me. Also, first didn't know it, but he came here when he was 6 years old, and then he could
Wow.
study it, and then he learns it quicker and easier. And Yeah, he has been helping me a lot with studying the Bulgarian language, and also my schoolroom teacher. She's the Bulgarian teacher in the school, and she has also been teaching me Bulgarian, and yeah, it's really fun.
Amazing. Very good. Two questions left. How do I say two questions left in Dutch?
Nog twee vragen.
Nog say again?
Nog twee vragen.
No, twee vragen.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost.
Almost getting there.
Let's do it. Okay, next question is, which movie had a big influence on you?
There's multiple. Hold up.
One of
I would say probably The Notebook.
a good one.
It's a really nice movie with Ryan Gosling and this other actress and
Rachel McAdams. Rachel McAdams.
yes, thank you, yes, and it's I always call love like romantic movies. I always call them horror movies because there comes like a part in the movie that you're like, oh no, why did that happen? And then you're like, oh, but then in the end it all comes okay again. And the ending scene, it was just so beautiful that they're in the hospital bed together and they're that they're together in heaven. So yeah.
Right. If you like this movie, all those like movies connect with them. All of them they come from. There is an American author called Nicholas Sparks. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
So the movie is based in a book. So I read a few books of him, and all his books become turned into movies. So if you Google after Nicholas Sparks, you're gonna come like a long list of movies that they were based in the books. So yeah, I was living in Portugal. I was around a bit older than you. I was living in Portugal, and I just started reading Nicholas Sparks. I don't know how the books came into my life, and I started reading, and suddenly the movie started coming a movie out. A move. One point I was like, oh my God, how is it possible? So most of his books, they are, they turn into movies afterwards. And this one, it's one of his books. So Nicholas Sparks, have a look afterwards.
Okay, well, I'll remember it. I'll immediately search it up after we're done.
Yeah, and I have here some of his books for a long time. So yeah, they're in Portuguese, of course. My first language is Portuguese. So at the time when I was living in Portugal, I love reading, and I was reading those books, and they were romantic. I didn't know they were romantic. I just was caught by the the cover, and I was like, oh, that's a great cover. I'm going to start reading, and I started reading, and became romantic the book, and suddenly a movie just come out. I was like, oh, that's interesting. And after I realized that most of his books they turn into movies. Saying that, do you consider yourself to be a romantic person?
Yes. It's like my generation now, they're all like wanting to drink alcohol and they think like romance is like, oh, like a quick fix of like romance, like a one night stand or other things. And in my opinion, I think that's disgusting. That isn't like what love is. Love is a connection. Love isn't only a feeling, but it's also like actions and what you do for the other person and what you have, what you're able to give to the other person. That's one of the things. Yeah.
Amazing. Last question. Ready?
Okay. Yes.
Let's do it. Last one. Okay, but before you asking the question, tell me through those 3 years, tell me what Bulgaria has taught you so far.
Bulgaria has taught me how to survive. Let's say like that. Bulgaria has taught me how to survive in life, how to connect with people all over the world, to make friends, and how to make sure you choose the right friends, how to be yourself around people, and also when to stop going overboard, to stop talking to someone when like it's done. And let's say you're being irritating and they're like, just stop, but they don't want to say it. Just like at a point you'll know when to stop, and that Bulgaria has really taught me that, because Bulgarians don't show it when they're irritated. They're just like, uh, uh, and it's like sometimes it's confusing, but then I'm like, oh wait, yeah, I need to think Bulgarian and I don't need to think Dutch. So yeah,
And what's your favorite Bulgarian words?
favorite Bulgarian word. Um, Ooh, that's a really good one. That's a really good one. It's probably hopa.
Hopa.
Yeah, it because you can use it a lot. When you see someone, you're like, oh, hopa. It doesn't mean oh, it might means like excuse me. Like let's say you accidentally bump into someone, oh, hopa, like oh, excuse me. And now I use it for almost everything. When I'm greeting someone, like oh, hopa, and they also say it back. When I accidentally bump into someone, yeah, like I just use it almost every day.
Hopa. I like that. Hopa.
Yeah.
Amazing. Last question for you is, again, you are so young, but maybe you're going to be able to answer that for sure. If you were to raise a child, yeah, what are the most important thing would you like them to learn?
Oh, self-love. I would want them to learn self-love because when I grew up, I didn't have it myself because of things that happened to me, things that happened in the past. So I didn't know how to love myself. I didn't know how it really felt like. So I was mostly just going around and like, oh, how can people be so happy and how can people love themselves so much? So I would want my kids to know how to love themselves, because that is one of the most important things in life. If you know how to love yourself, you can do almost anything.
Oh my God, you're only 18 and you're able to answer this question in such a beautiful way. Trust me, your kids, they're gonna be very, very lucky to have you as a dad,
Thank you.
because
Thank you.
for sure, for you, I'm sure you're gonna embrace that, and they are going to feel very lucky to know that you embrace about self-love. Imagine they watch this interview, like, I don't know, in 20 years time. My God, that's
And I need a few years. Like,
I love
there
it.
we
I love
go.
that. Great answer, Samuel. I love your approach about that. I think it's self-love. For you to be able to love someone, you need to love yourself first.
Exactly. Yes.
I know it sounds a bit selfish or a bit arrogant, but it's not. You need to
No,
love
like you
yourself.
can't love someone if you don't love yourself. Because
Totally.
how can you love something if you don't even love yourself?
Absolutely. And you need to embrace yourself, your qualities, the way you approach life. It's amazing. Look in the mirror, smile in the mirror, appreciate, the life that you have, appreciate everything about you. And trust me, people around you, they're going to spot that. They're going to go like, oh my God, that's amazing to be around someone like that. So yeah, love yourself. Self-love is something very important. Amazing. Great.
Exactly.
Right, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game, okay? I'm going to say some words, and it's just the one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking, okay?
Sure.
Let's start with family.
Love.
Money.
Lost.
Fear.
Love. Also.
Life.
Yeah, life. Yeah.
No, one word for life.
Oh, for life. How do I say that in one word? Consciousness.
Love.
Commitment.
Religion.
Faith.
Friendship.
New.
I like that. Politics.
Oppressing.
Desire.
Lust.
Regret.
Forgiveness.
Success.
Win.
Okay. Wish.
Waiting.
Happiness.
Hmm?
Happiness. One word.
Happiness. It's gonna be 2 words for self-commitment.
Not a problem. Of course, you can repeat more than one word. One word for Netherlands.
Cold.
One word for Bulgaria.
Warm.
Um, One word for music.
Pain.
And the last one now, if you could define your page on TikTok in one word, what that would be?
Ooh. Um, Energetic.
Yes, it fits very well for sure. There's a lot of energy there. Watch your videos like, oh my God, there's a lot of energy coming through the screen. Amazing. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your best friend, yeah, back in Holland. I'm going to meet him for a coffee and I'm going to ask him, define Samuel in one positive and one negative word only. What he would say about you.
That is really energetic. But also really calm at times. Choosing that he can choose whether to be energetic or calm, but also really accepting.
Good one. Very good. Let's play now Samuel and the magic box, and you can ask me a question. But before that, let's play the music one more time. Let's do it. Okay, Samuel, can you ask me a question now?
Are you becoming the person you think you thought you would become?
Oh my God, what a great question, Samuel. Oh my God. I must tell you something before I answer this question. I had here on the show over 1,000 people here all around the globe. And anyone never asked this question to me before. Wow,
Really?
yes. If I'm not wrong, because after so many interviews, I don't remember answering this question the way you just put it out now. Great question. You put in the spot, and I love your question. Wow, actually, wow, it's a very great question because I can answer in two different ways, and I'm gonna answer in two different ways. So the first way is, you know, as a child back in Brazil, I always been very adventurous, very like literally. I had this energy of like going after my dreams. This willpower. I always had that on me, literally. So when you are a child or a teenager, you don't have much knowledge. You just do it. Yeah, literally just do it. When I was 19 year
Yes.
old, I literally 19. I was, a little 1 year older than you. I just took a plane and I went all the way to Europe. Can you imagine? Alone, all the way, literally. I don't know if I had a child like as this age, I'll allow them to do that. And I start a new life at 19-year-old in Europe. So,
Mm.
I always been very adventurous and like that. And my parents, they knew it. They always knew that I had this, this personality. So back to your question, I think yes, I'm becoming the person I meant to be, or it was already there. Even not if I didn't know because I was very young and you don't think about those things. But looking back now, you made me go back to my younger self, and I feel like yes, I feel that I'm becoming the person that maybe I didn't have the knowledge that I would be this way, but all makes sense now. Everything is working out or still working out. We are in progress every day. We learn every day. We
Every
always
day, yeah.
we're gonna be in progress, like learning. But based on your question, for sure, I love your question because it makes me think right now, and I think for sure I never thought that the magic box one day would come to be. That's for sure. One thing I knew for sure, I would be doing something in my life that I would be connecting with people. I'll be expressing myself. I'll be connecting. But now looking back, I think all the experience in my life I've been through. For example, if I would start doing the show, let's say 10 or 15 years ago, I don't think I would have maybe the knowledge or maybe the enthusiasm that I have right now, because all the experience I've been through in my life, it's helped me to get where I am right now. And I love it. I love the show. I love that I'm doing here. right now, because of the experience that people share with me right now. I can relate to them as well, because for example, you, it's a good example. You move country, you live in a different country as a young age. I was very young as well when I moved to another country. So I wouldn't understand, maybe I would understand you much as I understand you right now if I didn't go through the same experience as you are
Exactly. Yeah.
having right now in your life. So it makes sense for me that all those experiences, and again, I'm gonna learn so much, and I want to learn a lot because life is too short, and we need to learn the most we can. I think we are here as a student forever. You know what I mean? You are a student
Yeah.
forever. Never gonna get to a point say, okay, I've learned everything now. There's no way. You know, you can study for every day. You know, hours and hours. You're never gonna learn everything. So I think yes, I would say yes that I'm becoming the person that's I meant to be, even though as a young age I didn't see that. I just had a flash that I would do something that I would be happy, something that would bring me
Right.
happiness. I always knew that, but I wouldn't know how, and somehow I would get there. I even don't know how, and I'm still in process. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
never get there. The other day I was watching a Brazilian artist. Yes, she's an actress, and she said something that stuck to my head. She said, "We'll never get there. You always, you know, you're gonna achieve things in life. You're gonna feel the success. You're gonna feel happy. However, there's always something else that you can improve, that you can learn, that you can. So you never get there." So this phrase, says a lot about your question, because again, I feel like I am becoming the person that I'm meant to be, or maybe I never thought about it, but I am in a place that I wouldn't change anything. All the mistakes I've made, and I'm still gonna do some mistakes. Everything that I've done in my life, I feel like I'm meant to be in this place right now, where I am right now. So yeah, great question, and that's my answer for you. I love it.
It's a great answer. Yeah.
Thanks so much. Thanks for being so kind and so sweet. Did you enjoy the interview?
Yes. At first, I was really nervous. I was like, "Oh, am I going to answer the questions correctly? Am I going to be good?" But yes, it was fun. It was fun.
Thank you so much, Samuel. And again, see someone so young and you have these mindsets about, about life, about, connect with others and be open-minded in this energetic way of your personality. I think it's amazing. Keep going, keep being this way, because for sure people, they like that. They like when people, they are themselves, when they, spread positivity. I think it's amazing. Keep going, because in the right place, you are in the right path. Okay.
Yeah.
Before you go somewhere, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
I live by is never judge people for like on the first look. Like yes, people always judge on the first look, but never do that because you never know what people are going through, what they've done, how they're doing. So don't judge and love as if you would love yourself.
Absolutely. Amazing. Very good. All right.
Sure.
Thank you so much. Regards to your family, to your sister, to your friends, and you keep in touch. Okay. It was a pleasure having you on the show. Okay. Have a
Thank you.
great day.
It was a pleasure also for me.
Take care. Okay. Bye bye. Enjoy your
You
weekend.
too. Bye bye. Have a nice
Bye.
weekend.
Take care. Bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye. See you next time.